If you want to download the files and print them yourself, you can find the files in the description below. If you like what I made, please subscribe. It'll really help out. Now back to the video. These are all the parts that I designed and printed for this mask. The armor plates, the 5 moving plates, the hinges, and the dome that houses all the servos. Starting off with these armor plates, there's nothing too special about these. I am just going to be using glue to connect the side plates to the main chin part. That's just because I want to keep the weight down and there's no point in over-engineering this. Next up, we have the 5 moving face plates. Now in the trailer, they actually use white LEDs to get the white color, but that's just going to overcomplicate this project, so I'm just using white filament. And to keep the weight super low, the combined width of these two is 1 millimeter, and I'm just going to be using glue to put them together. Next up, we have the servo and the hinges. Now I am using a MG90 servo with the included servo horn. The hinge just slots right into on top of the horn, and then you can use the included screw to keep it in place. Now the reason behind this is the teeth on the included horn are actually much stronger, whereas PLA plastic, if you use this to make a horn, it'll actually just shear off the teeth inside there, and it'll just the servo will just move in place. Here we have the servo holder and the dome. Now this was the part that took me the longest to design, and the way this works is that it'll actually just slot right onto the faceplate, and then you can secure it using a M5 screw. Here's how the centerpiece would look when you have all 5 servos in place. Now one thing to note is that these servos do come with a bunch of horns and screws. You can use these mounting screws to secure the servos in place, or you could just use glue. Now that's going to be up to you. Now this would be the point where you would connect these to your Arduino or ESP32 and initialize the servos to the correct position, and then put on the hinges last. Otherwise they could end up being in the wrong position. Now sorry about the bad audio. I have a really bad mic, but here's my code. If you want to copy it, pause the video and you can go ahead. I'm not going to really explain it because I think it's pretty simple, but if you do have any questions, leave them in the comments. I'll try and get back to you. Here's a close-up of the whole thing. I forgot to mention the headband, but it's pretty simple. It just connects to the center hole using an M5 screw, and then you glue it onto the top here. I did design this for my head, but I'll still leave it in the description in case someone has the same head shape as me. But overall, I'm really proud of this. It came out looking really nice. No one else on the internet has done this, as far as I know. I tried looking online. The way I'm moving the white plates is there's a button here, and when I press it, it activates. And all the servos are connected to a PCA board. Overall, this is a pretty simple project. The hardest part about this was actually making this chin thing. I made it in Fusion 360, and I would not recommend that, just because Fusion is good for precise dimensions, but for things like this, like a curved surface, I would say Blender would be much better. If you like what I made, please subscribe. It'll let me know that people want to see more projects like this. And thanks for watching.